Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Learn and Earn. If you are a fresher and you are worried about how to introduce yourself in an interview, this video is for you. Many candidates lose confidence during first question, tell me about yourself. In today's video, I will try to share and will try to discuss in a detail with the example and try to cover below these topics like what is self introduction, why self introduction is important, structure of a perfect self introduction for IT freshers, self introduction for non technical freshers, and tips to deliver your self introduction, common mistake that can be avoided by the candidates during the self introduction, and also will try to share final conclusion from my side. So, what exactly the self introduction? A self introduction is a short and structured way of introducing yourself to someone. In an interview, it is your opportunity to create a positive first impression by briefly explaining who you are, your education background, your skill, and your career goals. A good self introduction answers the interviewer's question, tell me about yourself. It should be professional, relevant to the job, and usually last for 1 to 2 minutes. Now, why the self introduction is important? So there are the various reasons why the self introduction plays important role in hiring process or the interview questions. First, it helps the interviewer to evaluate your communication skill. It shows you are confident. It reveals your personality. It highlights your education background. It explains your career goals, and also it determines your overall presentation skills. Now let's try to understand each six part of self-introduction, what and why they play important role with the help of example. So first, it helps the interviewer to evaluate your communication skills. So in this, a communication is one of the most important skill almost every profession it asks. The interviewer observed during this part how clearly you express your thought, whether your idea are organized and easy to flow, your vocabulary and grammars are okay, your pronunciation and speaking space, whether you can explain yourself confidently without hesitating or becoming confused. Let's try with the help of example. Generally people says I studied many things and did lot of projects. But the good answer or candidate should always mention I completed my bachelor's degree in computer science where I worked on several projects with several stack or skill set. The second response is clearer, more professional, and provides useful information as compared to my first. So why this matter? Employer want people who can communicate effectively with colleagues, customer, and clients. Now next move to next part, that is it shows you are confident. Your introduction reflects your confidence before the interviewer asks technical or role specification questions. Here interviewer notice or may observe that whether you maintain good eye contact, your posture and body language, your voice and speaking style, whether you hesitate exclusively, whether you appear comfortable or during the introduction discussion. Here the confidence does not mean speaking loudly and claiming to know everything. It means presenting yourself self comply honestly and clearly. Example: speaking in a steady voice, smiling and showing without unnecessary nervousness, being honest about your experience. So why it's matter? Here in this part, employer often prefer candidate who can handle responsibilities and communicate with confidence. Now let's understand it reveals your personality. So a self-introduction gives the interviewer a sense of who you are beyond your resume. Your personality is reflected through your attitude, your interest, your values, your enthusiasm, your professional behavior, and etc. For an example, if you mention, I enjoy learn new technologies, I like working in a team, I enjoy solving challenging problems. From this above part, here the interviewer beings to understand your interest and work style. So why reveal your personality is important or matter? Many employers look for candidates who fit well with the team culture, not those with strong technical skill. Now next move to the next part. It's the self-introduction. Highlight your educational background. So your self-introduction provide a summary of your education qualification too. Here you can include your degree and qualification, college, university names, graduation pass out years, specializations, academic achievements if you have performed anything, important project or certifications which you received. Example: I completed my Bachelor's of Technology in Information Technology. During my studies, I developed project in Java and completed certifications in cloud computing too. So this example helps the interviewer to understand the academic foundation before asking detailed question on the open role. Now next move to it explains your career goals. So basically interviewer often wants to know where you see yourself professionally after coming next couple of years. So your introduction can briefly explain like what kind of work interest you have, which skills you want to develop, what type of career you are building, why you applied for the open role. For an example, here candidate can say, my goal is to build a software developer where I can continuously improve my technical skills and contribute to meaningful project. This example will show interviewer that you have direction and you are serious about your career, what it matters. Here, employer often prefer candidate whose goal aligned with the opportunities available within the organization. And now the next part is it demonstrate your overall presentation skill. So basically, self-introduction presentation is about how you present yourself, not just what you say. Here, interviewer will evaluate your appearance, body language, professional attitude, eye contact, facial appearance, expressions, organization of your introduction, and last, confidence while speaking. Here we understand even if two candidates have similar qualifications, similar skills, the one who present themselves more clearly and professionally may leave a stronger impression during the interview discussion. Now let's move to structure of perfect self-introduction. So I personally recommend every candidate, every student to make your self-introduction in well-structured way so that we will not miss any part during the self-introduction and can give confidently while attending the interview. So first is greeting. So always start politely, like example, good morning everyone. Then the second is tell your name. Always mention your full name. Example, my name is Rahul Sharma. Then where are you from? So mention your hometown and current city both. Like I am from Haryana and currently based out in Delhi NCR. Then the education qualification, always mention your current qualification with recent degree. Like example, I am pursuing a bachelor's degree in computer science. Then the work experience. If someone is having their experience, always mention your work experience briefly, your role, responsibility, team size, about a small thing about the project, so that the hiring manager will get a good idea. Then the skills, always mention the technical and soft skills during the self introductions, like programming language, C, Python, communication skills, teamwork, leadership, etc. Strength, highlight qualities that define you. Example, quick learner, responsible, hardworking, adaptable, etc. And hobbies and interest is the optional, but if you want, you can share few. In the last, always say career goals. Explain what you want to achieve. Example, my goal is to become a skilled software engineer and contribute to innovative projects. Here, in the last, we can close this discussion by saying thank you everyone for giving me the opportunity to introduce myself. Now, this particular part shows the complete self introduction for technical person who is freshers. Here it shows like greetings, good morning, sir, yeah, ma'am. First of all, thank you for giving me the opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Rahul Sharma and I am from Delhi. I recently completed my bachelor's of technology in computer science from XYZ or ABC Institute of Technology with aggregate of 82%. Here he tried to mention about personal his name and the location, and also try to cover the particular education qualification with institute or university name. Now during my academic journey, I developed a strong interest in software development, programming, and having knowledge in particular programming languages and all. So here he introduced what kind of understanding or the language understanding he have. Also he tries to mention about the project what he completed in last. Then he mentioned about his personal strength, and in the last, as a fresher I am looking for opportunity. He mentioned what he exactly looking for now. So similarly, we can also see this complete self introduction for non-technical freshers. So the things is going to be less or more same. The most important part, how you represent yourself. Now tips to deliver your self introduction. Always smile before you begin. Maintain eye contact with the interviewer. Speak clearly and confidently. Keep your introduction between 1 and 2 minutes. Avoid sharing unnecessary personal details. Focus on your education skills and strengths. And last is practice your introduction several times before attending the interviews. Now the common mistake that can be avoided by the candidate: speaking too fast during the interview discussion, memorizing the script word by word or word for word, providing irrelevant personal information, using negative word about yourself or previous experience, giving very long introduction, showing low confidence through poor posture or weak contact. So here is my conclusion. Always remember, your self introduction is not about telling your life story. It is about presenting yourself professionally and showing why you are suitable candidate for the open role within the organization. Always customize the script with your own education, skills, project, achievement, certification, and practice it regularly until you can deliver it naturally and confidently during the interview process. Thank you for watching my video. Hope you liked this particular part. Kindly like, subscribe and comment on my video. We'll come back with new valuable video. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care everyone.